was saying David Long, his opinion, is the best linebacker in the country, and he pretty much can do anything on the field. Just talk about why David Long's able to do what he does and what makes him such a special player.
Well, he's so instinctive, and yeah, he understands our scheme, number one. He understands what people try to do to us, studies a lot of film, and he just has a nose for the ball. He's special.
Tony, their offense, obviously, Mason Rudolph's gone, James Washington's gone. Different? They run the quarterback a little bit more than they did?
They do. Cornelius does a really good job of getting himself out of trouble, extending plays. They'll run him a lot more than they did Rudolph. And really, I don't think they're missing Washington a whole lot with Wallace. I mean, he's really, really good. And Johnson on the other side's good. Stoner's good. So they've got some guys that can make plays.
David, how much has he made or sort of eased your ability to just plug and play at the mic like you've had to all year?
Well, that's a hard job to play off of David because, again, he does so many things, you know, and I give him freedom to do that because he can make a play, so it's a lot harder for the mic. So when we have a consistent mic in there, they get used to how he plays and all that, so that part is a learning curve for him.
I know he hasn't gotten the accolades maybe that you feel he deserves, but are you noticing teams' game plan specifically to stay away from him or do things to try to take him away?
Yeah, I do, and it started with Baylor. Baylor, a lot of FSL. Texas did a little bit of it. TCU did some, so they're trying to pull him out of the box, and we have to make adjustments and get him back involved. So, you know, we try to do our best to keep him in there in that tackle box, and so they can't avoid him in the run game. But yes, people are, you know, they know who number 11 is, and if they don't, they're obviously, I don't know, they don't watch film, I guess.
I guess that's the ultimate sign of respect, then, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's different. He's special. He's, you know, everything I told you guys 3 years ago that I thought he would be, it's turned out he is.
Tony, what do you think of spread in Oklahoma State is a spread, but is their version vastly different than everybody else that you've seen, or is it similar?
It's pretty similar what they want to do. I tell you, the misnomer with them, though, is they can't run the ball. They're averaging 511 yards a game offensively, and Cornelius does a good job of throwing it, but also they probably have the best running back in the Big 12, Justice Hill. I mean, he's special.
Tony, going back to David, what traits are the same in great linebackers? What one or two that really stand out?
Well, I think that the ability to be able to make a play, shed a block, and the thing that's amazing about him when you all see it, or you may see a TV copy, but when you really get in and break the film down, is how he maneuvers and plays off of 1 foot at times when he's jumping through a gap, or he gets skinny and doesn't give a lot of blocking surface and is able to pop back out and make a play, and his instincts are unbelievable.
He's kind of different than a lot of guys that
yeah,
smart.
I haven't been around a lot of guys like him with the nose for the ball like he has. I was here with Grant Wiley. You know, Grant was the same kind of player. Grant was a little bigger. But you know, David is just the things that he can do. I wish I could tell you it was me coaching, but it's not, trust me. The best coaching advice I give him is go make a play.
What is it about Justice Hill that makes him so hard to defend? You mentioned you think he's one of the best, if not the best, in the Big 12. What's he doing?
His speed. He's different. You know, some backs are big, strong, will run through you, hard to bring down. This kid could run around you, run through you. He's just different. He's different than any other back that we've seen up to this point.
What do you make of Cornelius? He's taken some criticism there, but you look at his numbers, he's had some phenomenal passing games, threw for 500 against Oklahoma. Didn't make the throw on the 2-point conversion, but what do you see from him if he does well?
Well, I think it seems like that he has a great understanding of what they do and how to distribute the ball. And, you know, he takes shots. at times when, when they need it, and he'll play action. And the other thing that makes him different from a guy like Rudolph is he's so involved with the run game now. So obviously you got to keep an extra guy down in the box for that, and then he could pull a designed run, and he can run with it, or he has an option to throw off of that too. So, and I just think that kid, he sat behind, and obviously Mason Rudolph's a great quarterback, and I'm sure, sitting behind him and learning and watching him has really helped his game. But I've got a lot of respect for the kid. I think the kid's a winner, and they're putting up a lot of points, a lot of yards.
Size too, right? 6'6".
Yeah, he's 6'6". Yep, I think Giovanni may be able to see over his belt.
What did Justice show you at the end of last year? I think he had the ankle injury, and most guys would be done for the day, and he came back in. I think he scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was just.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an ankle or shoulder or head. I don't know. The first run he went for 40 yards, and then the next run they gave it back to him, and he fumbled, and then that was when the injury happened. But again, he's tough. I've always had great respect for him as well. Just playing against him the last few years, he's a game changer. So we're going to have to be on top of that.
Tony, you mentioned after the last game that your club is not, that your defense has not played as well defensively on the road and at home. Why do you think that is, and how do you get that straightened out?
Well, I think a little bit of that has to do with who we play. Obviously Iowa State, Texas. I mean, those are pretty good ball clubs, and our kids. You could see our kids at home, their confidence, and they feed off the crowd, and so I'm sure that has a little bit to do with it. And the other thing is, I don't think all the way up until the Iowa State game we were ever behind in a game. So we got behind, and that was kind of the first time that we've been behind on the road, hostile environment, and I think we got on our heels, and it was hard to recover. And the same thing at Texas, we let them off the hook a few times with some pressures. They made some big plays. Their crowd got into it, and so I think all that plays a little bit of a factor in it.
Tony, you've seen some big receivers who jump balls. Wallace is not as big, but it seems like he makes a ton of one-on-one plays. Where does he rate?
Yeah, the way, I don't know how he does it, but the way he contorts his body at times, and he's just unbelievable. And you look back and you thought, man, what did we miss on this kid last year? And I think he had 7 catches a year ago. So the turnaround that kid's had, and I just saw he's a finalist for Blitnikoff, and he deserves every bit of it. So he can run. He can catch the ball. He's physical at the point of attack with the ball. He'll go over people, around people, above people. So he's a really, really good player.
Is there anything from Humphrey and Wesley and Butler that applies to a guy like Wallace and you're talking to, or is he totally different?
I think he's totally different. I think he moves better than all those guys. He can run. His running ability is probably about like the regular kid we just played from TCU, and he's a little bigger, but we're going to have our hands full.
At this point, with the volume of plays that teams have put together, did you see anything in last week's Bedlam game that OSU hadn't shown? You're like, okay, that's 10% more you got to prepare for this week, or did they just do what they do well? Yeah,
they just do what they do, and they're a tempo team. And when they get rolling, the only thing that stops them is the end zone. So that's the only thing that slows them down is once they score. They jog to the sideline. Other than that, it's full speed. Get on the ball, snap it, and they get you on the ropes. That's what we have to be ready for.
Not easy any year, but the Big 12 receivers this year, has this been among the most challenging with the talent?
And the bad thing is I think they're all underclassmen. So.
Dana mentioned the big game a couple years ago against Oklahoma State that Draymond had. He's a guy we haven't talked a whole lot about through the course of the year. What's he bringing to the table as far as being one of the veteran, more experienced guys for you?
Well, and you all know he's I don't know, 300 or 3,500 and some 70 some snaps the kid's played here, whatever it is. And yeah, that kid's got a lot of game experience. A lot of our guys look to him, especially on the defensive side where we have so many new guys. And we put so much stock into him as a leader. And it's probably good that we don't talk about him because that means he's doing his job. And, we've been happy with the move to Spur. And, he's just a guy that everybody counts on and just to make things happen. And, yeah, I guess it was 4 years ago when he had a couple picks and pick six to kind of seal the game up. So it'd be nice to do again.
Noticed one of those websites had Zach Sandwich rated highly. He graded highly. Did he grade that highly?
He did. Zach played really well.
Who's the highest graded defensive player with you?
Yeah, maybe grade, but production-wise, no. But he went in and he did some really good things, and it was good to see.
You haven't seen that in practice, obviously.
No, not at all. And like I told you, he's been probably yelled at more than any defensive player in my time here, so it was great to see him respond.
Tony, you have a weird situation where a guy like that plays, but it may be 2 weeks and he's third in line again, and Lowe has made some plays in limited action, and I don't have to tell you about Ferns and Qualls. I guess what point do you get with those guys being comfortable giving him a play or a series, or do they understand I'm third in line, or I'm a guy who plays the end of the fourth quarter?
Well, what we do, just obviously practice reps this time of year especially, and it's been like this the last few weeks, is we try to limit Shea's reps or Tonk's reps or David Long's reps and give these young guys an opportunity to get in with the ones and to get them ready, game ready. And Zach has been doing a lot of that the last few weeks when Tonk was out. So he was getting all the 2 reps and popping in with the ones every once in a while. So that's been good. But what we'll do, and, it's not coaches speak, but our best players are going to play. And Shea Campbell kind of asserted himself a few weeks back, and he's been the guy for us. And if Zach Sandwich could keep playing like he's playing, and when he gets an opportunity to go in and take the most of it, then Zach's going to play more. So, but it's nothing that we scheme up and say, all right, I want to give Zach a series in every quarter or something like that. But when you're called on, go in and do your job, and you'll be able to play a lot more.
Will you have all your linebackers for practice today?
Yeah, I think so. Unless one of them maybe get hurt walking in the building or something. But
Walls, do you figure out maybe a package to try to get him involved?
yeah, this point in the year, no. Yeah, he's going to get all his reps at Sam right now, and I think that would be too much to put on a kid that has been out for so long and jumping back in late in the season. We're not going to change up what we're doing. And what he has to do is just keep getting reps and getting confidence in the knee, and I think he is. So hopefully he'll be game ready this week. Last week we probably could have done some things with him, but we have to be careful too game wise how many we play him to make sure we save that red shirt.